Get hype!
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Hi everybody, I'm Mott. Welcome back to the NA Dota League. We're going to tone it down a little bit here as it is going to be an evening cast. It's 10:30 at night right now for Sunday night. I'll be doing 2 games. Thereabouts, maybe more, probably just 2 though, as it's a little bit late. Fortunately, I share the house with people, so therefore I must come in, and I must, of course, be quiet. I'll be loud during team fights, etc., etc., but whatever, it's fine, but, it's been a long day of casting for me. Not really, actually, it could have been a lot longer. I was supposed to have Raid Call EMS Best of 3 series between Pretty Boy Swag and For Sweet Revenge. For Sweet Revenge, they got the victory as Pretty Boy Swag FF'd and decided to take their luck to ESWC, where I believe they lost to somebody.
Radiant team ban.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to complain about the games I casted today. I know there were a lot of you watching. If you were a fan of Dota at all, and you've been paying attention to Dota news the past, 24 hours, and there's some pretty great games played today. At least from the ones I casted. Obviously, there was Star Ladder as well, which is great. I'm not dropping any frames, so Matt Gray, that's on you. The first set I casted was Alliance versus For Sweet Revenge, and that game, that series, the best of 2 series, Alliance hadn't really dropped a game since, I think, against Navi in the Star Ladder. It might have been Navi. And it was only, they were 17-2 since TI3 ended. So they played this game against X-Arctic Gaming today. Smash, Mihawk, Misoku, Misko, and Iwo. Peruvian Dota, essentially.
Razor.
And they came out on top in the second game. They were able to win with some really great play coming out from Smash. On the Slark, they locked down a ton of heroes on Alliance, and Alliance really couldn't do anything about it. They looked okay in the first game against Arctic, or I guess For Sweet Revenge is what they're called, but after that first game, it kind of just went downhill, and it sucked, so it was kind of weird. It was really nice to see a team that I casted a lot during the ADL, and even before that, win that game. But really, the great game that came after it was Liquid versus Alliance. That was pretty neat.
Radiant team.
It's always nice to have, 33,000 viewers for a cast, so I can't really complain. Yeah, and that's a good point. The Arctic versus Dignitas series in ADL was... I don't know if I was there for that. I think that might have been just John casting. Hello, Tristers. That might have just been John casting. I can't quite remember. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun to watch. It was really, really, really intense. And then the Liquid versus Alliance game came, and if you haven't seen that VOD, I'd suggest go looking at the first VOD of Liquid versus Alliance, the first game anyway. I mean, the second game was fantastic as well, but the first game was really... I guess it's good if you're... I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not going to. It's a pretty short VOD. I know some of you were there to watch it. It was a pleasure to cast, because sitting here as someone that watches the NEL and kind of picks up on the trends and stuff, and who's just a general fan, it's nice to see some crazy, heroes get picked up that you see quite often, and not even that quite often, like Medusa. What the hell? Where did that come from? Yeah, Medusa was fooling around with it. Or Medusa was being fooled around with, I should say, in the past couple of weeks, but it's not like that Elder Titan pick came from left field. So, but I sound depressed right now, don't I? I sound a little depressed, but...
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that Purple had to FF on MLG. Who won in that 1v1, by the way, out of curiosity? Kind of want to know that. I mean, I'm sure it's just a little friendly thing, but it's actually interesting to know. You know, I kind of want to hear about that. Yeah, I sound depressed. Wow, that's actually
10
impressive.
seconds remaining.
I sound depressed, but that's honestly just...
5
So I have this
seconds
ritual with my
remaining.
family that we watch Breaking Bad every Sunday night after a certain time, obviously. And well, tonight was the last
Reserve
episode.
time.
No spoilers, but it was a fantastic episode. Really great series, obviously. I mean, if you haven't checked out Breaking Bad by now, you're a little behind the eight ball. I guess now at least you can watch the entire movie, or not movie, God, you could watch the entire show all the way through, which is pretty great. That's gonna probably be one of my favorite series of all time. It was good. It was a good ending. It was a good show. Great show. It's fantastic. I'd highly recommend it. You know, I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but when I do, it's some of the good stuff I try to get in. Like The Wire. I'm a big fan of The Wire as well. You know, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. I read the Game of Thrones books. I read A Song of Ice and Fire, which is kind of why I watch the show. And, you know, there's a couple other TV shows that I watch here and there, but, you know, that's a good one. You know, that is one of the first television shows to really do that kind of
Radiant
thing.
team banned.
And it's fantastic the way it does it, too. But I guess we should talk about this draft, huh? There's a game going on. Then again, I'm not a big fan on talking about the draft, to be honest with you. I've said this before when I've casted. You know, when you're looking at a draft, you could talk
10
about it, you could theorycraft,
seconds
you know, as much as you want, and it's kind of interesting to get some insight from people that watch the game as to
5
what they're
seconds
thinking.
remaining.
But you're not seeing any action. I feel like the purpose of a commentator or caster is to
team
kind of,
banned.
you know, say, here's what's happening on the screen, here's what might happen, here's what could happen, here's what's probably going to happen in the
Radiant
next couple of
team
minutes.
pick.
Here's action there. Are they going to farm here? Are they going to farm elsewhere? You know, here's where the action's happening. Let me direct you to it. Let me show you. Let me have good camera work so that, you know, you don't have to do all the work. You just sit back and relax and watch the game. You can theory craft in your head on your own. I don't need to tell you what's happening in the game. You're all decent enough players to understand. I understand what this hero does. I understand where this hero's coming from. And if you're watching an NEL cast, you're probably not a new player. The entire point, I think, of a caster is yes, if you're
10 seconds
casting a big
remaining.
name game, you have to kind of, you know, talk about the theories and things that a
5
lot of people sort of
seconds
don't
remaining.
understand because, you know, as a big name caster in a big name scenario, there's going to be a
Reserve
lot of
time.
new people, and they're just going to be like, well, what are they picking this hero for? What does this hero do? And you have to kind of explain it, sort of draw it out a little bit. You know, you'll throw in some high game analysis as well, but
Dire team
when it comes down to it, you already know what everyone's doing here in this lineup. You know, you don't need to tell. You don't need me to tell you. You know, you can see on the Radiant side, there's a Visage and there's a Naga Siren. Those two supports, boom, done. They've got their two supports. They need a mid laner, you know, an off laner, and a carry in their tri lane. So that you don't need me to spell that out for you, right? But with that being said, we are going to jump into the game as the draft is finished. So that's kind of my spiel on casting and theory crafting. And you know, I'll theory craft from time to time if I feel like up to it, especially in the NEL, because I like seeing what they decide to pick up here. But everything is pretty standard in this draft. I really don't think there's a whole lot of craziness happening here. I guess Naga Siren getting third picked and not getting banned out at all is kind of surprising at best. But at the same time, not super surprising. You know, it's a good hero, but it doesn't necessarily warrant, you know, bans that often, depending on what you're playing with. So, no, Zeeth, I refuse. Yeah! Alright. Ladies and gentlemen.
10
So, with that being
seconds
said, you don't have to
remaining.
listen to me complain and moan and bitch about drafting and the
5
ins and outs of
seconds
drafting.
remaining.
God, I don't have... Where is my open mic? Is it on? What happened? Turn on, you bastard. I think it's on. I don't know what I'm doing. According to MathLC, of course a Dota poster,
Prepare for battle.
by the way, these are some good binds. Not binds, but console commands to use for
Much
casting.
obliged.
Before I talk about the game, I want to talk about... There's a little bit of a raffle going away. Apparently, MathLC is giving something away. I'm not exactly sure what he's giving away. He wanted me to go to random.org and random some numbers between a certain range and then show it so that people think that I'm not rigging it, even though everyone knows I'm the best rigger in A. I'd probably get around that shit somehow anyways. But that's going to happen in between one of these games, hopefully. And I don't know how it works, but it works, I guess. You know, I really wish he would be in chat with me so that I could talk to him
30
about it and
seconds to
understand.
battle.
When it comes down to it, if he just gave me whatever he was going to give away and I could just use the nice little chrome add-on that I have, I would totally do that, but I do have that Chrome extension. I've used it before, in fact, in all of my raffles and giveaways. But he wanted me to do it a specific way. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. Regardless. So on the rating side, as we jump into the game, Railgun's going to be on the Nagasaur, Arteezy on the Razor. We're going to see NB on the Visage in the mid lane. KZZ's going to be on the Clockwork mid lane. Down in the bottom lane, Mason playing the Slark, excuse me. Up in the top lane, on the Dire team, Zar's going to be on the Rubik here with, of course, Uchiha Sasuke on the Keeper of the Light. It looks like he's a big fan of Naruto. I hate that show. Fucking show. Excuse me. Snaking's going to be on the Lifestealer. Down in the mid lane, we'll see Warden on the Outworld Devourer. And in the bottom lane, a Creep Cutting 1437 on the Darkseer.
First blood.
Alright, well, that's first blood. I don't know what happened there. I mean, he was way out of position. Like, I think he was trying to ward or something here. And then he just kind of got caught out of position. And, well, he died. So there's that. It's on the forums. What? Can you give me a link, please? Would really appreciate that. Winner's already decided, apparently. If I can find out what's going on right now. Up at the top lane, 4 licenses for Arteezy. And, well, he actually finished the first season of Breaking Bad today. Hey, look at that. Will I cast more with BTS? Yes. More than likely, yes. I probably will. At some point later on, LD has asked me if I would be interested in other casts for them, and I said absolutely. So, yeah, I think I'll be doing that. So, you know, look for me to do more BTS stuff in the near future. And some also bigger stuff later on down the road, as well as the ADL Season 2 gets underway. That'll be happening, you know, hopefully soon, sometime by November, maybe even a little bit later. But it'll be back, so John and I will be doing that ourselves. I'll be doing maybe MLG casts in the future as well. Nothing too big, just kind of casual stuff, but I'm not sure about that, to be honest. What else? What else? Obviously EMS. Top lane, Razor. Arteezy's diving pretty heavily here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He is going to go down. He actually stole all of Snaking's damage. I think he just wanted to piss Snaking off. However, he is going to go down as Zar grabs the kill. Telekinesis on Railgun, who went a little too far, and it looks like he's feeding already. Well, inadvisable play. Casual question mark from Snaking. Yeah, that's a pretty good question mark, I think. All right, let me look at this thread real quick. So I'm going to not be really looking at a game for a second here. All right, what do we got? Raffle number 1. Ah, I see. Okay, I got you. I see what's going on here. I got you. All right, I'll do it after the first game. Excellent. So I know what's happening now. I have raffle numbers here, and I can throw up on the stream the raffle numbers that I pick. Cool. I like that. That's nice. You guys are so mean about casters, and it's gonna be me. In fact, some people have already said, "Well, who's this mod guy?" But like someday when I get big and then I get super popular, and everyone's like, "Well, that's great." There's gonna be like a thread, and, well, it's overrated. Why does he cast? Scrub caster. Best rigger NA. You guys are just vicious, you know that? You're really mean sometimes. You guys should be nicer. Casters work really hard, you know? They work really hard. I work really hard. Not really. Up in the top lane right now, we actually have, I think, the lead going for Arteezy with 15 last hits. However, of course, there was a lot of kills going the way of the Dire team. 2 assists going for Snaking. He's got his team here. We have more disconnects coming out from the Radiant side. This game's intolerable. I'll agree with Snaking on this one. I mean, it's a little bit tough to play the game when you're consistently pausing. Solark down in the bottom lane has 19 last hits. Yeah. And what else? OD's got 19 mid as well, and Clockwork has 12. KZZ's not doing bad here. You know, it's not the easiest lane. He's got 3 astral imprisonment charges, so yeah. Can we like speak English when we're doing you know, NEL games? Is that possible? Is that possible? I'm probably going to sub tonight on Dota. You know, I'm mod slash I run the organization for the most part. Just kidding. Sorry, Aaron. NB taking a lot of damage here. He's gonna survive. Snaking, pausing the game, saying timeout. I don't what. He's dead. Yep, that's a fade bolt going. He thought he got away, I think. I'm not sure what he exactly thought was going to happen. Snaking using his rage pretty effectively to get out of there and trying to do some damage to Zartizi, but he's going to go down, it looks like, to Zar. One more right click should do the job. He wants to dive it. And, oh, there it goes. Double kill for Zar. Kill and give me that item. That's mine. Zar, get out of there, buddy. No, you're dead. Railgun is actually going to get illuminated right now, and the open wounds. There's a dive coming for Snaking. He can definitely go for that. He'll grab the kill. Arteezy comes back in. There's the static link up on Snaking. And Arteezy's trying to, of course, right-click him. And it's 42 damage. It's level 2, by the way, but not enough to grab any damage and get the kill. Alright. I've stopped trying to get items. Give her the light dive to neutral. Rest in peace. Static link going in, Snaking now. He'll try to run away, and he might make it. Plasma Field's going to fly Soul Assumption just in time, using that rage to make sure he lives, and he'll survive. Down in the bottom lane, a potential gank coming out with 1437 and Zar down here. Railgun actually rotated in. 1437 is alive, mind you.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, and honestly, this aggressive trial lane coming out from the Radiant team, they're not doing a lot of work here. Arteezy's grabbed 1 assist, and that's it. He's got Tranquils, GG Branches, and a Circlet. This is depressing at best, and horrible at worst, I think. KZZ is doing a nice job of making sure the mid lane doesn't push out too much. It's going to be right back in his favor in just a moment. I like drawing in the map. I think that's one of my favorite pastimes as a caster. It's pretty fun to do. KZZ's going to get asked from prison. He'll back off. He's got 117 mana, so he's kind of saying, all right, I wish I had more. You know, it's kind of bad. Now a dive on bottom as Mason's here. Sentry Ward's on the ground. He's going to use his Shadow Tans, trying to go on 1437. There's the kill. Zar's going to grab it with the right click, using his Fable as well to grab the kill. Mason says, whatever, that's fine. And he can't buy items, apparently. I guess it's all the bottle growing going for KZZ slash top lane, which is nothing right now. And Arteezy, NB has literally no items. Railgun's got almost no items. But here looking at Snaking now, he's going to be going for phase. That'll be his first item. Sasuke's got boots and ward, so he's doing alright for himself. And OD is actually going to grab a rune. It's going to be Illusion as he pops up the haste. Now he's going to head top, and they're going to try to fight. There's no Radiant Ward here. And this is Arteezy and company. They're going to grab a kill on, of course, the Keep with Light. But boom, a Sandy's Eclipse. That's some damage right there. He's got no Arcane Orb, but he's trying to chase after Railgun. He might grab this kill. There's the Illusion Rune. Arteezy's going to get open wounded. And Railgun's still trying to get out of there. He will fall down eventually, and that means Arteezy's going to try to deny himself. No, looks like he will. Yes! Staking getting there just in time. It looks like Arteezy was trying to time that perfectly. Unfortunately, could not do so. Alright, heading back down to the bottom lane. Or the mid lane. Heading back down to the mid lane. Woo! KZZ is gonna get Astral once more, and he's just like, I thought I was fine. I thought it was okay. I can't. I think it is. I just think you guys are too jaded from playing so many games, and that's your own fault.
Incoming.
Snaking seems to be enjoying himself. He's so pessimistic sometimes. I mean, I love Arteezy, but he's just so pessimistic. Sharkbait, what is it? Maybe I won't take that from you. It's your item. I don't really actually want any items, to be honest. I'm fine without getting items. Zara up in the top lane. There's the Illuminate flying out right now. It might hit on Arteezy. No, just gonna kill that creep wave. Why? Why you did? Infest coming out from Snaking. Now they're going to chase. There's going to be, of course, the Open Wounds going in NB. Riptide as well. Illuminate's flying out. Arteezy stealing all of Snaking's damage. Zar very close to going down here, as well as Sasuke, the Naruto fan. God, like a better show, you asshole. Now Railgun's going to grab that kill on Zar on the backside, and they will pick up Uchiha Sasuke as well. And that's 2 down, so the Radiant got to come back and make a decent couple of kills there. KZZ has got his clockwork hook shot available. They're actually going to dive snaking, and yeah, he's alone here. He's going to get rage going. RTZ, of course, has it set up. Nice cogs going out. Snaking is blocked. He's got no infest. He's got no way to really get out of this. He's going to die. Nice gank coming out from those four. What courier effect is
Dire's
that?
top tower is
Where are
Radiant's
you?
bottom tower has
Doesn't tell me
fallen.
the effects. Damn it.
Dire's structures.
Meanwhile,
are
while all that's
fortified.
happening, they're going to grab the bottom tower. So, Warden doing a nice job there. He had that DD going for him, by the way. 1,400 gold in the bank. In the mid lane, Mason's going to run up there. He'll grab some farm as well as Zar grabbing it there on top of that. And what else? What else? Top tier 1. That's taking some damage. It's deniable in a couple of moments, but it's not going to matter. The fortification already went, so that tower's gone. There it goes.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Mason here in the mid lane. Warden. Well, he's going for a Force Staff next, as you can see. He grabs the Staff of Wizardry and the Ring of Regen. The Arcane Orb is skilled up, as he's got 1 point Essence Sword to go, but he's just going to go for the 1 point Arcane Orb right now. There's no point in not doing that. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. You were just flaming purple, ass. You can't do that. Unless I'm purple, in which case that's on me, I guess. That's an Invis rune going for KZZ right now. Warden's sitting here. Hook shot could be coming, or he might try to find somebody in the jungle. In that case, it could be Zar. Oh boy. He's, you know, this is something. Something's happening here. Dota, heroes, etc. Game, match, farm. I'm just throwing out the random words here. Bottom lane. 1437. Gonna continue to farm away. He's actually got a minus, by the way, and I've seen this a lot in NEL. For whatever reason, they like to go minus on their Darkseers. Maybe that's just 1437, actually. TP coming out from Ortiz. He's going to head to the top lane right now and just try to take any farm away. Staking already uses his Infest, by the way, and now Staking's going to get his damage going really quick, and he's got no Infest really to fight this, and he can't really right-click here, so...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is that a Bone 7 move? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch enough Rattlesnaking to understand. Well, I guess that's on me. Arteezy now, he's going to have, of course, the Drum of Endurance as he picks that up real quick down in the bottom lane. They're going to continue to farm. Sleep. Mason types in all chat. Railgun will do it, but he'll survive. And actually, only for time, if they decide to chase him, they might be able to get the kill. They're not going to. However, now comes the Slark down from the jungle. Sentry Ward's on the ground, and of course, Arcane Orb is flying. 1437 taking a lot of damage. There's the Sanity's Eclipse. Ward's going to grab that kill. NP is done. Looking for potential more here, and Railgun is in some trouble. Nice hook shot on the backside. Actually misses Ward in there. He's going to get Astral on top of that. And Zor's going to go ahead and TP out of there. He'll make it in time, just in time as that battery salt's not able to hit, as it still was going for KZZ. Fuck! You just imagine him saying that. Warren's going to get stunned up, but KZZ really can't fight at this point, so he's not going to go in on him. If he had a potential hook shot, I'd say, yeah, I'd do it, but he doesn't. Alright, there's the flare going in on mid. I just wondered something. If I'm a caster, am I allowed to be entered for that NA Dota raffle? I bet I can. Kind of want something. If it's an item, I'd take it. It is an item. I would definitely take it. Inflatable donkey. Is that like the actual real thing? Yep. And that's the one they had at TI3. I actually bought that for AS on that. What a guy. Yeah, well, I mean, you know. Dino.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, well. $3,000 experience lead and 4,000 gold lead. Hello, Bulba.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So the problem here is Snake King's only got phase, drum.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Could use more, obviously, and he's always getting his damage stolen from Arteezy Static Link, which is, I mean, he's doing a nice job with it. And they're finding kills. It's 10 to 12. Looking at the experience charts, 4,000 gold lead still is going for the Dire. However, they're pushing down towers, 3,000 experience on top of that. KZZ might want to try to fight this. He's got a hook shot. Yeah, I mean, he's thinking about it. We're just going to keep our camera focused here for a moment. Well, that happened somewhere. That was a kill. Poor 1437. He's dead.
It's right.
This is actually a pretty good ward there. So right now, Radiant look like they want to try to push down mid lane, grab a tier 1 tower. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of heroes top, so they're actually going to rotate everybody up there and maybe try to defend this. But Warden has a DD up on him, so he's going to be doing some damage right now. Plus, he's got his Sanity's Eclipse. 4-step forward from Snaking. Sanity's Eclipse is going to fly. Arteezy is going to go down, but not before he steals a bit of damage on the lifesteal. But KZZ getting lifted right now. Trying to find a hookshot. Snaking will go down. It looks like a 1-for-1 trade, so hookshot in from KZZ. Warden in some trouble, however, he's got the Arcane Orb, and then KZZ's like, I've made a huge mistake. He'll go down. Shortly thereafter, so will, of course, Warden. Railgun trying to get a ensnare up on that TPing out. I believe it was Zar. So a 2-for-1 trade in the end. Kind of a bit of a dive, unless there was a buyback. I don't think there was. Yep, actually there was. Arteezy bought back. Bob, what are your thoughts on EE copying your hero pick there in their game against, I guess it was EG tonight? I didn't watch the game. Thoughts? Did they steal it? Is that what you would say? I think that's the right answer. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I was hyping up that pick in the draft when you guys played it, so I'm kind of glad that you picked it up. That's like the one thing I wanted to see this morning. Afternoon, I guess. It was like 3 o'clock. What the hell am I talking about? Thank you, Aegis-san. That's quite nice of you.
Let's make this perfectly clear.
Alright, so there's an Invis Naga Siren roaming around here. They're going to look for potential pickoffs. I guess I should look at the net worth chart. I haven't seen that in a while. That's Static Link going on Zara. The Telekinesis already went. The Link's broken, but it's 56 extra damage. However, they're going to fight 2 versus 3, potentially, and even worse. Zara's going to fall down first. Snaking's going to get ensnared up. There's Art of the Storm going as well. Sasuke's going to get his, of course, Chakra Magic going. Now here's Warden on the backside. Astral Imprisonment up on KZZ, I believe it was. Excuse me, Railgun. I don't know why I said KZZ, but he's coming in. There's a song going in. Mason's here as well, and now KZZ, and they want to fight this. And, well, Arteezy's back here. Is going to be the Dark Pact going as well. Walls up on the ground. Nice vacuum. Doing some damage, but not really enough there, as you can see. And actually got trapped in the cogs because of it. That was kind of funny. Snaky's going to get raged up here, but it doesn't matter. He's ensnared right now. Surge going on Warden, trying to chase up the KZZ. Nice leash going into Warden there. Some decent damage going from the Visage. Oh, the Clockwork hookshot misses. 1437 trying to get out. The drum charges pop. There's going to be a pounce coming in from Mason. Sandy's Eclipse is going to fly, and the Infest on top of that. Radiant's low. Buybacks coming in from Darkseer here. Snaking trying to go to town, but Casey says, I'm going to throw up my flare right now. There's a kill from the Visage with the Soul Assumption. Zar's going to try to do some damage here. He's right-clicking. He'll fall. That's a double kill for Zar. In the end, it's a pretty good trade so far for the Dire, but they're going to lose Saking on the backside of Mason, leashing him up with the pounce again. Here's 1437, who's just recently bought back, looking for more. Meanwhile, the fight's still going on. Zara is going to go down to KZ in the hookshot, or excuse me, the cogs. I cannot get my items right today. Mana Leak on Mason. He's stunned up. He really is trying to get out. The surge forward from 1437. Nice haste rune. That's RNG. Thank you, Base Ice Frog. We will love you forever for that. And KZ's continuing on further. This is inadvisable. So, that's going to be the end of the fight. And a good fight it was. In the end, it was, I think, a pretty even trade. I think Radiant got the better of it for the most part. They've got a 2,000 experience lead. The gold lead is still going 4,000 in the Dire's favor, and that's going to be happening for at least a couple more, until a couple more fights like that happen. NB's going to go ahead and disconnect from the game again, and I'm not sure if that's RTZ flaming him or me. Either way, I'm not really too concerned about it, but Visage is going to head back to base. Is he streaming, by the way? RTZ, out of curiosity? I bet he is. He's actually got hair now. I didn't even know it. I watched the stream the other night. And he had webcams. He didn't used to do that. What happened? He used to be so shy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If that's the case, Snorkel then isn't
Radiant's top tower
Bulba
is
the
under
inventor.
attack.
Wasn't that the first game? Maybe I'm crazy.
It was never yours.
Alright, top lane, RTZ. Walls up on the ground now. He's going to get vacuumed back in. He's going to go down, as you can see. Nope, not yet. Oh, there he goes. And Snaky's going to infest out here. There is a mass TP reaction. That's literally the entire Radiant team. The entire Radiant team just TP'd top. And that was Mason with like a 6-second TP at the end of it, too. Fucking Mason. God damn it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, snaking. Oh, the creep. Fucking range creep, man.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
How's that not on you? That was the range creep, wasn't it? I'm not crazy. Alright, you know what? I can't do that. Hello, Evil Gunther. Welcome to the stream. Wait me. Oh, that's fine. Alright. All faults is absolved, KZZ. Can you get drops for watching this? Didn't someone ask that last night? Was it you? I bet it was you. Yes, you can. That's an armlet done on a lifestealer. That's a 21-minute armlet. Holy fuck. Between him and KZZ, they are just complaining enough for a lifetime, I think. Alright, well, up in the top lane, KZZ is doing a nice job of split pushing. He's going to go for 4 staff. Is that a Bulba invented build? Or did someone else do that beforehand? He was one of the first I saw it on anyways. Regardless, it doesn't necessarily matter, as KZZ's going to have that in a moment. He's got a regen rune up in his bottle there, which is nice. He's also got treads, and I guess I've seen a couple of different boos go for the clockwork. I've seen phase, I've seen treads, I've even seen arcane from time to time. Obviously, I think arcane's is kind of a, you don't really need it. You can just have enough mana through a bottle, through even a soul ring if you're going to go down that route. Probably not. You really don't need a soul ring, I don't think, but...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, there's that. This is just going to keep farming. He's got boots, 2 GG branches, and a medallion, so, you know, he's not doing too poorly. The Radiant are grabbing some kills, however, the Soul Assumption is not coming to too big of an effect. I mean, he's gotten, what, 3 kills, 4 assists, so he's gotten some kills, I guess, but it's 18-18, so a lot of those kills are going to be going for people like RTZ, and of course, Slark on top of that. There's no check coming in from KZZ, 14-37, going to get cogged up. He cannot get out. The wall is on the ground. He cannot get the vacuum in time. In the meantime, now there's going to be an Illuminate charge. Sam needs Eclipse. That's doing a lot of damage. Railgun needs to, like, back now. I don't know what he's doing here. NB's Visage Familiars are back off. KZZ looking for cogs, looking for Battery Souls or something. He's going to throw up the flare first. Now, Zar blinking in. Maybe to, that was kind of a, I don't know about that one. Now Sark's going to grab a kill. Warden, he's going to survive the Astral Imprisonment. Here comes Snaking on the backside as well. Mason trying to grab a kill. And somehow Warden gets on the other side of those cogs. But here comes Mason. He wants this kill, but he's got to back off. He's in true sight vision. With the tower there, he'll go down with a Shadow Dance available. And somehow that turns out to be a 4-for-3 trade, even though it was like a 3-for-1 at the start of the fight. Alright.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What a night indeed. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll remind you that, actually there's no real point in reminding you, but There's a raffle going on, but if you didn't enter it beforehand, you're kind of screwed. So I guess, you know what? Never mind. It's on NA Dota. That's a lot of work to do. I'm sure I'll give away something later on in the week from somebody or myself. And also, we have some sub emotes being made for subscribers, as we have gotten our first batch of subscribers ever, except if you count Mr. Sawada, which I don't really count. So there's that. No, I cannot give away a lot of weed, unfortunately. Sorry. Stupid S6. Yes, well, we'll go do that. It's actually a really good show tonight. It's really good. Enjoy. For anyone that hasn't seen Breaking Bad, go watch it. Great show. Anyways. That's a lot of gold on snaking. Like, that's a lot of fucking gold. 3,500 gold there right now. Up at the top lane, KZZ is gonna finish up his 4-staff relatively soon. Yes, Bulba. Slowly and methodically, it was the best thing of my life. Fantastic. I even used Jurgens. Great. You should do it too. It's fantastic. Alright. What do we got going on in this game? Some stuff, I guess. Let's check out graphs. Graphs are always good for when I don't know what to talk about. It's a 2,000 experience lead and a 10,000 gold lead after that last fight. Roshan has not been taking yet. The Dire are doing pretty well for themselves. Yes! If the show ended and they picked up with like Malcolm in the Middle, I just think that would be the best like fucking like the history of television shows. It would be just amazing. I would just go nuts. I would say that's the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and I just pay money for like them to keep doing it. It'd be amazing. 4-staff down to the low ground from KZZ, using his zone to make sure that Tsar tries to get killed, but unfortunately he's got a blink dagger, so he got out just in time as he realized he had some time to spare there. So luckily he'll survive. KZZ with a nice try. Not enough, however, as not able to grab the kill. Looking at the opposing team on the Radiant side, they're grabbing a BKB for Slark. And this is good because he'll be able to survive in fights a little bit more. It's going to give him some more tankiness on top of that. Excuse me. The thing is, you know, he needs some damage, really. He is level 17, so he's going to be out-leveling pretty much everybody, including Snaking, who has no Midas, but still is pretty effective farmer. He's going to have an SMY, by the way. He just bought that up, you know, all together. He said, screw it. Where do those faces come from, by the way, Anjana? Which sub is that, or is that just on Twitch all of a sudden? I like those. Is it Demon? I didn't know Demon had sub emotes. That's pretty cool. Nice, that's pretty neat. Those might be subscriber worthy. Alright, what else we got going on here? That's a BKB. That's an Oblivion Staff. That might be an Orchid going for Warden, I'd imagine. And he's really farmed. And I think, you know, I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here. If there's one player I've really been impressed with their, I guess, not only just, you know, not really feeding, playing solidly throughout the entirety of the NEL, at least from when I've casted, Warden is one of the people that I'd say has played solid for the entire time. Like, anytime I've watched the NEL and Warden's in the game, I don't think I've seen him feed once. He's played too well. He's just a really great player. And, you know, I'll forgive him for wanting to go minus on every hero. That's fine. That's his stack. That's what they do. Slark's going to go down in that top lane, and Mason, I'm sure, is not happy about that. He needs to reform the Hentai Playhouse, and, well, Snaking is going to get recalled. Oh, KZZ, he canceled the hook shot. Thank God he did, or otherwise that would be, of course, on cooldown for a bit of time. But look at all these freaking emotes that I want. Gosh, I only hope we can get decent emotes when we have sub emotes. That's forgivable, Silver Soar, okay? Don't put it past him. Zar's blinking in. I don't know if this is a good idea. Huge shit is Eclipse. Maybe it is. Casey's going to get vacuumed out of the cogs and 4-step forward. Now Ortiz is going to get actual imprisonment. Zar's in trouble. Double kill for Warden. Arteezy is going to go down. This is going to be an entire team wipe going the way of the Dire team, potentially even GG, as long as they can grab the kill. But Arteezy's rather pretty quick, but not until he gets open wounds. That's a triple kill going for Warden right now. That's an entire team wipe. GG's called from blue, so it should be over in just a moment, and we'll have our first raffle from NA Dota for tonight. And I'll put that on the stream so that you people are like, you can't believe his rigging, even though you'll probably still call me a rigger, you motherfuckers, so. Ladies and gentlemen, that is game number 1 of 2 games tonight. Hope you enjoyed the cast. My name is Mike. You can follow me at twitter.com/Mike2.